Orpal.
What the fuck was that?
It's episode 28, baby. 28 weeks. It's been longer than 28 weeks.
We've
but, you know,
we've missed a
lazy.
few, took some hiatus.
Yeah.
took some
Yeah.
real workshops.
But we got there in
Didn't
the
actually
end.
didn't actually miss
Matt
many
had-
weeks though, because we've always at least pre-recorded some kind of backup.
Yeah, we've just been all good.
So how have y'all been today?
Fine.
Moderately okay.
Ends the episode right there.
Yeah, no, that's a perfect place to stop it.
How's your day been?
Yeah.
No, I haven't had too much. My school semester just started, and I'm taking 2 theater classes over the summer.
He's a theater kid.
So technically, I'm sitting in a class full of theater kids, and that's fine.
He's gonna start singing the Soviet national anthem.
He's gonna be quirky. Oh hey! Oh hi! I didn't see you there
Oh,
over the side of
hi,
the classroom.
Ken.
I'm so nervous. And then all these fucking hand gestures that I can't really show because we don't have a camera. But you can get the gist of what I'm saying.
He's gonna start making those your average Redditor POVs.
Hey, no, I like the guy who makes those. He's funny.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm just
Yeah.
saying is that he's doing it. He's
He's good at it.
he's good at it,
He's
and he is
scarily good at it.
very, very close to forgetting himself.
Yeah.
I
Like,
liked
what was
it.
what was the line from Tropic Thunder? Never go full retard.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump, he went full retard. Look what happened after.
got his goober gumped.
Gooper gumped.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Goober gumped. Forrest gumped. Hold on. Gumping had to come from somewhere. Anyway, so nothing.
Yeah, that is where it came from. Did you not get that?
No, I didn't actually. I thought I thought it was just a funny word. So, where do words come from? Like.
I don't know. I imagine just some dude just randomly said
Okay, but think about it
hello,
in the full
and
context.
then it just went from there.
Think about it in the full context of the word. Gumping is slang for sex with a mentally handicapped person.
Amazing there's a word for that.
I guess. Yeah, it's amazing there's a word for that.
It was amazing that it's a word for it, but think about the word itself, gump, gumping,
I got it.
Yeah.
right? It's not
got-
hard to make that connection.
I mean, I've never seen Forrest Gump, so
All right, I need you to leave this episode and come back when you finish the movie.
no, I don't want to watch it.
No, I've seen it. I like the movie. I remember it. It's like packed in one of those childhood memories because I don't really want to rewatch it. I know. I remember getting frustrated because Gump never gets the girl until the very, very end when she's already gone and had her, her moment. While he was, at war, keeping up the shrimp business. He
That's
was
supposed to be
chasing her.
That's supposed to be Jenny's tragedy. All the while, Forrest is going through all these heroic deeds, and technically, the every story that he's a part of are real. They're true stories. It's just it all wasn't one guy.
Yeah.
He's literally just Forrest is a stand-in for the real people that did all these things. But he's going through all this completely blissfully unaware of how amazing the things he's doing are. But then all the while, Jenny's just going through tragedy after tragedy, thinking that she's doing the best thing for herself, the right thing, and it always falls through. And between the two of them, it's literally the joke of, do you want to be on the right side of history? And she just made the wrong choice every step of the way.
Did she have AIDS?
Huh.
That's steep.
It was a very well put video essay. Why don't we have
Nerd.
Why don't we have you making video
Yeah.
essays from now on?
Because I abhor them.
Make 5-hour
Fair enough.
videos about one topic.
Cinema.
Speaking of,
So,
Cinema
by the
Sit.
way, also, you say, why am I not making video essays? Because notice how that only took me about 35 seconds to break down the whole movie. And that is all the information you need. I'm not going to spend 2 hours... Actually, no. 4 hours recording a video and then shave it down to 2 hours and then put it on YouTube and hope that people watch it.
Cinema Sins. Sin number 375. Forrest's cock isn't down my throat.
Whoa!
dear.
Cinema Sins.
I don't know
That's-
what CinemaSins did to make you think this way about them.
No, they have
no,
that.
I don't
they
give a
have
fuck.
that. They have that reputation of like everything's a sin.
Yeah.
Even just like super small things that are absolutely unregisterable.
But that's just a theory.
That's a wrong
Theory.
channel. That's wrong channel. I said channel like channel. You never will hear that again.
It's been a long time since I've seen Game Theory. Like a long time.
It's
I've never watched it, and I'm happy to say that I will never watch it because I do not want to watch it.
I've never watched it either. I've just absorbed so much of it through proxy.
See, whenever he first started making those videos, I was on board because he was like explaining FNAF lore. And I know that's what he's memed for nowadays, but he was a real pioneer of it back in the day.
Well, yeah, because in the beginning he did stuff about various games, and like it was a lot of games that specifically like RPGs where it's like, oh, these are things that were never fully extrapolated. So what do you think happened?
I don't even know what extrapolated means. That makes me angry.
theory.
Math cannot extrapolate data from incomplete sources.
Now you just made me madder.
But he used to do actual theories, and now
FNAF,
it's just
Minecraft.
I read an article about X game. I'm just gonna come up with a theory.
How does this relate to FNAF lore? Oh fuck, my
Yeah,
necklace fell off.
majority
Yeah,
of his
pretty much.
videos are just
Pretty
like
much.
those mascot horror games. You know,
Yeah, I fucking hate those. Those are just like those are if like Oscar bait is a term, then we need to have franchise bait as a term. Because goddamn, remember that Hello Neighbor game?
Oh,
And now it's like so much shit with it.
God.
And now they're making a bloody FNAF movie.
I'm looking. I'm looking
Well,
for
that-
that,
Family,
okay, that
actually.
one's honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. The fact remains they're making a movie.
Well, I mean, it lends itself to being a movie.
I know,
It's not-
but you
it's
get
not
my
a bad
point.
idea. And to think about how popular the game series got,
Too popular.
it's honestly it's weird that they didn't do
Yeah.
it sooner. That they waited this long.
I mean, the
to
movie
get
was
at it.
like in development for like years at this point,
Mhm.
and now they're finally making it.
Right.
Well, even if it's been in development for the last 3 years, that's still only 2020.
Pretty sure it's earlier than that.
I'm incredibly happy that what's his
no.
name? Who's the guy that played Shaggy in the
Matthew
early-
Lillard?
Yep, Matthew Lillard. I am so happy he's
Ugh.
in it. I don't know
You
why.
know,
It makes me
I-
happy. It makes me happy to see him relevant again.
He hasn't
I've noticed
been,
that's a big
he hasn't-
trend.
He hasn't been acting much. He's been doing his own thing.
Yeah,
But
voice
I mean-
acting too.
I know, but I'm saying that he's in like a spotlight again.
Oh, he has been in a spotlight, just not in circles that you walk.
Indeed.
Well, now he's in a
He-
circle I walk.
Yeah, he's been focused a lot in the last many years on his game company, Beetle and Grimm.
Huh.
They do a lot of tabletop, like RPGs and board
Oh.
game
He
supplies
was in
and materials.
Critical Role.
Is he breathtaking?
He was a guest on there at one point, and they advertised Beetle and Grimm. They work with him.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
That does sound pretty cool.
Now, on his role in Five Nights at Freddy's as William Afton, that doesn't fit.
Yeah.
No, but it'll be.
Da-da-dun,
funny.
da-da-dun, da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't know. But do you guys want to know what I find to be pretty based? Pretty awesome, even.
What? What?
Okay, well, do you guys know who the Sea Peoples
People.
were?
No.
Yeah, they're like back in like the Bronze Age, like just a bunch of people on ships just showed up and contributed to the collapse of the Bronze Age, and then just
Seamen.
disappeared from history. Like the only the seamen, yeah.
Seaman.
The only things we know about these guys is that they are from the Egyptians who fought them a couple times, and yeah, somehow these dudes just showed up and just fucked shit up to the extent that entire age collapsed.
The Atlanteans.
Yeah, that probably was them as well. But But yeah,
I assume that's probably where the story of Atlantis comes from. It's an entire kingdom of people that come from the sea, and when followed, there's nothing to be found.
possibly. It's very possible. But yeah, no, that's just a bit of history that I found myself plummeting into like early this week.
Can I say
Just sad.
that the City of Atlantis movie, the old Disney one, went
Yeah.
hard as fuck.
It's one of the best
sequel,
movies of all time.
not so much.
The sequel was just meant to be. The sequel's actually 3 episodes put together because it was meant to be a TV show, but they cancelled it and they decided, okay, we've already got 3 episodes, let's make it into a movie.
Never saw the second one. The first one ends and it fucks.
Yeah, it's good and ruined me since I was a child because that movie is basically what decided what kind of women I'd be into in my life.
I see.
I see you. That radio operator, goddamn man. I see you.
Not the one I was thinking of. No.
That's what I was
Nah, I got you.
Helga Sinclair. By God.
No, I need to rewatch that movie. It's a good movie.
It is a good movie. I watched it like I think last year.
I think it's one of the starts of my fascination with like deep sea exploration books, or like my fascination with it, because I've read 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I know Moby Dick isn't a deep sea fascination one, but it's a seafaring one. Then there's the Lovecraft series, also not a deep seafaring one. God damn. Anyway, I like seafaring. I like seafaring movies, and I think.
I wasn't thinking about that one.
That's it, unless someone wants to jump.
Oh well, my thing with Lost Atlantis, whatever it's called, is that we just don't get that type of movie anymore. The animation type anymore. Do you guys ever see?
That studio went under.
Yeah, and that sucks. Like we just don't get movies like that no more, and it sucks. We just get like shitty 3D stuff or live action.
And even there was like a really good time for 3D movies where they were putting the same amount of effort in. They were making sure it was nice and smooth and well detailed. And then they just decided we're also going to, for some reason, start using the Cal Arts style.
I, too, miss Fanboy and Chum Chum.
That's not what I was referring to.
The effort that went into that 3D animation. Ooh, astounding. Every butt cheek ripple.
I mean,
throat
I was
movement.
I was thinking more along the lines of like Wall-E.
You need to be stopped.
Goddamn.
When they do their Gum Gum song and chew gum, man, that is.
It's like the thing with like Turning Red.
I like that movie.
That's what I mean. Is from what I've heard, it's like people who watch it. Like obviously, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. People who watch it, it's like it's a fine movie. I think there's just that art style fucking sucks.
Yeah, it was a good story. Like the story was pretty good. Like no complaints there. Yeah, it's just the same old 3D animated stuff. Blah blah blah.
I just like I think it was the design. Like I think
possibly
I think they overdid the facial expressions. I never actually saw the movie, but
over animation can be good. Like I said, it comes down to the art style of it. Is where it's all that same. It's Cal Arts. It's all that same. Like everything's just round. Like I'll try to find it. There was this whole comparison of like how to like Cartoon Network protagonists over the last few years, and if they all have basically the same face shape.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking at I'm looking at the cast of Turning Red now, and one of these dudes is literally a fucking young Hideo Kojima.
What?
Hideous Kojima.
Hideo Kojima. You know that guy who did Metal Gear?
I know who Hideo Kojima is.
Yeah.
I'm making fun of the fact that you pronounce it like that.
I ain't gonna fuck up how it's pronounced.
Hideous
Hideo.
Kojima. Hideous.
Either way. Now we'll say that the purple girl, whatever her name was, she was fucking hilarious in that.
What's this Encanto thing you posted?
That's not Encanto, is it? That's just part of the movie.
Oh.
I saw Encanto too, actually. That was I know the guy who voiced. The only thing I really took away from that was that Slid the Sloth voiced the guy with the hood, whatever his name was. And then there was like then there was like some very cringy TikTok made of them Bitmoji faces, whatever it's called, memojis, and it was just like basically all these poorly voiced characters just talking to this self-insert, and it turns out she has all their gifs, and like, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty. I remember a lot of cringe.
I wonder if I can find it because it was kind of funny.
A lot of cringe came from the Encanto movie. Like people on TikTok, people online were singing the songs and trying to be the people. And then there was the shipping. What the fuck was
They were
that?
like one family.
Do we talk about Bruno?
That was it. Like everyone's from that one family. How do you ship people? Stop it.
Sweet home Alabama.
Oh wait, you're talking about Loud House?
No,
No,
that's
no.
we're talking about Encanto.
Okay, because I was gonna say they also did that with
no.
Loud House.
I don't
No,
know
dear.
what Loud House is.
It's a
It's
Disney.
a very loud house.
I guess.
Was it Disney? Nickelodeon?
No, no.
I don't remember.
Who cares?
The only thing I know about that show is there's one boy and a bunch of girls, and I immediately knew that people were gonna make the most vile shit from that.
That is exactly what happened. Yes.
That is indeed what happened.
Log off! I want all these people to just log off.
We're trying. We need to bring back cyberbullying.
You are more right than you know.
I know. I'm very, very wrong.
Touch grass.
Pretty soon they're gonna create a character named Grass, and it's gonna
Oh,
get
no.
weird again.
He's gonna get touched, alright?
Let's all sing an Encanto
Oh
song.
no.
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 I'd rather die.
No. No Encanto.
Alright, no, I
song.
found the fucking video I was talking about.
Musically challenged. What is that?
Oh, I saw that video. That's so fucking stupid.
Now you're
Yes,
making me
you're
have
ready.
to open the whole thing because I can't
I can
watch
see the
it.
look within you. Whatever you say. No, dear.
You have
Um,
every single one of our gifts.
Let's move the fuck on. How about that?
It's like that kid in on the playground who said like everybody gets a power, but I get all the powers, and I'm also invincible. Kind of like that.
Oh. Yeah, I knew a kid like that. That was Jacob.
That was
What?
Jacob. That's funny.
I'm gonna die.
Same.
Do you think?
I just
do you
wa- I
think,
just watched the
Loud
video.
House was the predecessor to Dennis the Menace. You think that's where he came from?
I will kill you.
Think they all
Wait.
think they all live next to Mr. Wilson. He just has to live with
Let's-
the Loud House kids.
Let's talk about that, Dennis and Menace, real quick, because there's something very interesting that I'm pretty sure like this might be the case for a lot of like adults now, in America. But you know they had that that Dennis the Menace guy, little blonde kid with them red overalls, whatever you call them, always terrorizing that old man next to him, that sort of thing. That dude. Well, there's actually an English Dennis the Menace that I think's not as old as the American one, but this Dennis the Menace is a fucking terrorist. This dude had a skate. This guy would just go around on a skateboard with a catapult, a slingshot, and just throw tomatoes at people. And he had a dog with teeth that could bite through anything, and also a pet pig,
A pet
which
pig.
is that guy occasionally makes an appearance. He's a cool dude. He's the shit he gets up to. Like an entire town is just victimized by this one kid with a slingshot and a tomato, just absolutely causing chaos. This guy was a mainstay of the Beano comic, which was like just a collection of silly little comic strips of characters causing mischief. Like there was also like Minnie the Minx, Roger the Dodger, this school, I forget the name, Lord Snooty, so on and so forth. And that's just interesting to me how there's like two characters of the same name and yet completely different in character.
I like this isn't my original joke. The Game Grumps did it first, but it's Mr. Wilson walking up to Dennis the Menace, like gonna pick him up by the like neck of his t-shirt, and he instead grabs just his neck with both of his hands and starts choking the life out of him, going, "Dennis, Dennis!
That man would.
Like, just straight up killing Dennis the Menace.
Every man has its limits.
Every man has its limits. Yeah, there was that live action movie.
Yeah, they did make a TV show for the English Dennis Menace on like CBBC, and that wasn't too bad. I think it was actually Australian in origins of make, but I don't know. It is
Caucasian black white cock. Big black
Excuse
cock.
me?
What?
Ayo.
CBBC. Caucasian big black cock.
You need your head out the gutter, mate.
Nice. I don't know. I don't know where that came from.
I think there's I don't know. I think you're having an Adam 22 moment here.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, well, basically, there's this popular podcast culture show on YouTube, or whatever, called No Jumper, hosted by a guy called Adam22. His wife is a OnlyFans model, and she's recently making a blacked scene, and Adam22 is on Twitter just basically joking about being a cuck and stuff. So yeah.
Okay, the difference is I wouldn't let my girlfriend do it, but I'd do it.
You get blacked.
I'm fucking with you.
I gotta say,
I mean, no judgment, but okay.
I just looked up Adam22 into the gift search to see if anything came up. This is not at all who I expected to see.
I wonder.
No,
Oh.
it's not like it's funny. It's just like I just mean he does not look like I'd expect.
Oh, is that Mario Judah?
Yeah.
Speaking of, where the fuck is Mario Judah?
Mario Judah. I'm
Wait,
a
Adam
big
22 is the
dog,
go-
big bear. I'm a lion. There's no way.
Yeah, there you go. You caught yourself?
Yeah, last second. I found myself.
I'm the predator of the prey that is hiding.
Oh my, I found you.
Well,
Oh my, I found you,
I-
black person.
I was
Don't
gonna say,
you run away from...
We should do that. Have a guest or a new member of the podcast just be the token black person to sit there, so we can just like point to him to like fill in the gap.
Oh no, he could just or he could just say it for us. Like, we'd go, "What's up, Mike?" And then he would say,
That's what I
What?
mean. It's like we just all pause, they fill in the gap, and then we continue.
"That's a genius idea.
That's awful.
This is how we solve racism, kids."
This is how we
I was
solve
gonna say
racism.
you never saw that bit. I don't remember if it was all the way back in Vine or if it was like early days of TikTok. There was a video that was exactly that. A white guy sitting there getting really mad at another one of his friends, and he's yelling at him, and then he like points across the room at his one black friend.
I know
sitting
the
in a
one
chair.
the
Yeah.
one you're talking about. I know the exact one. It's on a stage in it. Yeah, I feel. For some reason, I feel like Jeremy
No,
Pill
that
was
was on
on
the
that
stage.
one. but-
There's another one I'm thinking of where they were just in like a living room.
I found you.
I have found you.
No, like you don't need to.
I found you.
I
We're
found
playing hide and
you.
seek.
No, so I had mentioned already I was in my theater class. We were reading a play called Ma Rainey, and my class is like exclusively white except for like a handful of black kids, and it was ironic enough the professor assigned all the white people the black roles and all the black people the white roles.
That sounds like a recipe for
And-
disaster.
It was because the N-word was said so many times,
Good God.
and there was like a kid who was just inching to say it, and I say that because you couldn't understand anything he was saying except for the N-word. He'd be like, N-word. And the whole class just like laughed so hard. I was too, but I just
wonder-
remember thinking, thank God that I did not get a part.
I can't remember who it was. I think it was a Seth Zeentak video where he was talking about like when they did popcorn reading in class for To Kill a Mockingbird, and if he had lines that had the N-word in it, he'd just say, like, I just read it like normally, but I just put so much extra stank on it just to make the teacher uncomfortable.
So funny. I really did like that book, To Kill a Mockingbird.
No, it's a great story.
It's one of those books that every time a teacher would say, all right, go pick a book, and at the end of the year, you're going to do a report on it. I picked To Kill a Mockingbird. I've written so many reports on To Kill a Mockingbird. At least 20.
Can you have just copied and pasted the original one then?
No, because they put it through a system that checks for it.
Lame.
I had to I had to get creative. And even in college, I ended up doing 2 more essays on To Kill a Mockingbird. But I knew that whole book back to front. Atticus is a G.
Whoa, you read it backwards?
I can.
That could be a good report. Alright, get going then.
Get going then. I own it on my library. It's not like a decorated copy or anything. I could get into my little book one. Okay. That won't show up on the recording.
Clap, clap for the handicap.
Shall we? I would like.
Clap,
Did we
clap.
discuss iDubbbz last week? By the
No.
way.
No.
No.
No. Jacob, do you want to take away the floor for that? As our final
It's a final
discussion
topic.
for the day.
What is it? You know the Creator Clash 2 that he did somewhat recently, and how you know
I didn't even know that it was
that's being
happening.
gone. But there was a bunch of drama around that, and Sam Hyde and some other creator. I'm not entirely 100% on it, but he made it, and he didn't make enough money on it. He spent $250,000, and barely any of it went to charity, which was its main purpose. And so now he's on Twitch doing 24-hour streams, doing donation goals, so he can hit that 250,000 goal. Yeah.
So why did this one, or there was that drama around Sam Hyde? Why was that there?
Because iDubbbz made a video, he made
With
a
Sam
video
Hyde.
on Sam Hyde, doing an interview with him. And ever since then, Sam Hyde's kind of been,
I was gonna say, wasn't this whole Sam Hyde thing continuing from the first Creator Clash?
possibly? I'm not 100% sure.
Because wasn't it in the first one the whole thing that they did the whole challenge? It's I want to fight iDubbbz or vice versa, and then Sam Hyde doing his standard shtick ended up scaring the shit out of Ian. So he then said, "I'm not fighting you," and then it got to the point where it's you're not even allowed at the event.
And then I think it was in Creator Clash 2, Sam Hyde was gonna.
Everyone's let's see the fight.
Sam Hyde was helping another creator, and then that creator got banned from going to Creator Clash as well.
Yeah.
What I feel like it would have been a lot better if he had just given people what they want. Now I understand. Ian is not a big guy, right? He is really scrawny. So for him to go up against Sam Hyde, who got huge.
Well, yeah, because naturally Sam Hyde's a big guy, and he's always been fit, and he trained. He at one point was gonna have a UFC career.
Yeah, so I feel like it wouldn't have been fair for them to fight anyway because their weight classes are just way off. But I feel like you could have talked to Sam Hyde at the beginning and went, "All right, we're gonna stage this fight, and we're just gonna make it huge." But I also don't know anything about either of them. But I definitely think that iDubbbz was kind of a whip, and just he let the fear sort of control the event, and that's. Why
I think it's also because
so
association with Sam Hyde. Just because it's Sam Hyde, the guy who just keeps getting away with it.
Yeah.
But
Also,
Sam Hyde brought in a huge crowd for the first one, and he was the prime event. He did good.
Also, I want to bring this up because This is one of the hardest pictures like ever. Is Sam Hyde's promotion picture for when he was going into a UFC
damn.
fight? Like
Fucking
that's terrifying.
He looks like that Heisenberg dude from Resident Evil Village, a little bit.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, beard's a little too
Miranda!
long. Beard's
I'm
a
gonna
little too
beat
long.
your
Yeah.
ass.
I
funny
get,
how,
I
like-
get where you're coming from.
If you look up iDubbbz back from like 2016, and you look him up now, yeah, they look like completely two different people. Like fucking iDubbbz has a mullet now, like some sort of. I mean, I've got a mullet myself now, but his is more scraggly.
I keep seeing this one tweet where it's like, I don't want to see this brand of man ever again.
Oh, is that the one from? No, that's him and Curtis Connor.
I
Difference
think,
is-
yeah.
Curtis Connor is genuinely funny because he never had to be offensive. He's just funny.
I find it hilarious you have a mullet because down here in the South, it's usually followed with some other key things that don't generally mean that you're a great person. But
Oh well, it's different. It's a different
that
scenario here in New
requires
Zealand.
a good
That
old
requires
mullet.
a lot in that combination. Because you need the mullet, you need a pair of pit vipers, and booze cruising is the only way you drive.
Man, and this is hot.
Yeah, we're reaching that time. Any final thoughts before I?
Hey, iDubbbz's wife hit me up. I know you're free.
Anissa.
Item's wife
She's-
isn't that attractive.
Not
She's hot.
free.
She's my
$10,
type.
$10.
Worth it.
Goodbye.
I know what I like. Okay.